Kavi had fallen from the nest. Alone, weak, and afraid, the world below seemed endless. Every instinct screamed to hide, to stay small. But the sky called to him. Kavi tried flapping his wings, but the wind was too strong, the ground too rough. Days passed. Hunger gnawed at him. Every shadow of a predator was a threat. He watched other birds soar above and wondered if he'd ever feel the wind beneath his wings. Every failed jump, every stumble, chipped away at his courage. The desolate landscape offered little comfort. Each sunrise was a stark reminder of his isolation, a new day of survival to endure. He learned to track the sun's path, to find shelter in the crevices of rocks when the afternoon heat became unbearable. He watched lizards scurry across the hot stone and learned to recognize the rustle of a snake in the dry brush. The world was a classroom of harsh lessons. Hunger was a constant, gnawing companion. He found scraps left by other predators, but it was never enough. His attempts at hunting were clumsy and fruitless. A field mouse would dart away in a blur. A beetle would burrow into the earth just as he lunged. Failure became a familiar taste. As bitter as the roots he sometimes chewed to quell the ache in his stomach. He grew leaner, his feathers dull, but his eyes grew sharper, more aware of the subtle movements of life and death around him. The nights were the hardest. The cold seeped into his bones, and the howls of distant hunters filled the air. He would huddle in a small alcove, trembling not just from the chill, but from a deep, primal fear. He dreamed of the nest, of the warmth of his mother, and the comforting presence of his siblings. Waking to the solitary gray dawn was a new wave of despair each time. He felt the pull of surrender, the tempting thought of simply closing his eyes and letting the world take him. Yet, something inside, a flicker of the eagle he was born to be, refused to be extinguished. He would watch the eagles high above, their effortless circles in the sky a painful, beautiful spectacle. He studied their every move, the way they tilted their wings to catch a thermal, the powerful beat that launched them from a cliff, the controlled dive as they hunted. He began to mimic them, not in flight, but in spirit. He would stretch his wings, feeling the pull in his muscles, imagining the air lifting him. He would run along the cliff tops, flapping awkwardly, building strength one clumsy attempt at a time. A storm approached, stronger than anything he'd faced. Flying now seemed impossible. He could either hide forever or leap into the unknown. Fear screamed louder than hope, but deep inside, something refused to surrender. Kavi leaped, not because he was ready, but because he decided he had to rise. The first few seconds were chaos. He faltered, dipped, almost fell. Then, instinct took over. Muscles remembered strength. Wings found the rhythm of the sky. The wind that was once his enemy now became his ally, a powerful current lifting him higher and higher. He wasn't just flapping. He was dancing with the storm, feeling the energy of the tempest surge through him. He learned to read the air, to feel the invisible rivers of warmth that would carry him for miles without a single flap. He saw the world from a new perspective. The mountains that once loomed over him were now just wrinkles on the Earth's surface. The rivers that were impassable barriers were now shimmering ribbons of silver. He was no longer a prisoner of the ground. His hunting skills sharpened. He could spot the faintest twitch of a rabbit in a field from 1,000 feet above. His dives were swift, precise, and deadly. He was no longer a scavenger. He was a master of his domain. The predators that once terrified him now scattered at the sight of his shadow passing over them. He had claimed his place in the great cycle of nature. He soared through canyons, the rock walls echoing the powerful rush of his wings. He played in the updrafts, spiraling higher and higher until the world was just a tapestry of color below. He tasted freedom in every breath of clean, crisp mountain air. The scars from his struggles on the ground faded, replaced by the quiet confidence of a survivor. He was a testament to the idea that our deepest wounds can become our greatest strengths. Kavi was no longer the frightened hatchling. He was a creature of power, confidence, and freedom. Every fall, every storm had prepared him for this moment. He had learned the ultimate lesson. Fear is only temporary, but courage transforms everything. The sky is vast. The storms are many. But what will you rise to face today? Courage isn't born. It's built, one leap at a time.